What's up, soil brothers and soil sisters? It is Wednesday, and I am so unorganized, which is so not me. But I hope y'all are having an amazing morning. GT Jr., what's up, soil family? So I hope y'all can hear me, and I'm hoping my Wi-Fi will hold up while I'm back here. We gonna find out. So today I am in a new area. We are upgrading our workshop. So I'm back here in the workshop because the lighting is good, a whole lot better. Hey, Teresa. And we gonna see how long this hold up. So as you enter the room, if you could be so kind to double tap that screen for YouTube to show us some type of reaction, and also Facebook. You can't double tap your screen, but you can give us a thumbs up and share this out, because y'all, we gonna talk about what used to pain me so bad and how we got rid of it. Now, the thing is, it's so much easier to address a lot of these issues live because we get so many questions about the same thing. And we totally understand, like, a lot of us suffer from a lot of the same things. So this is why we created so many products, because we wanted to target the things that ail most of us, so we can help you heal yourself naturally, because y'all know the body has the ability to heal itself. We just got to give it the right condition, have these conversations so we can know what should I be using or what can I use that may help me without the synthetics and the junk. So good morning. So glad to see you all. I am a few minutes late because I was running around like, oh my God, I forgot to go do something. I'll do it when I'm finished. Oh my God. Let me do this. Let me do that. The dogs are inside the house. We don't allow them in the workshop. Well, the door open. Thor won't come in the workshop anyway. I don't think he like it back here. But he do lay right at the door to make sure mom is protected. So we did, like, this room has been majorly upgraded compared to what it was. We actually painted the brick instead of hanging sheetrock, which brought this room to life. It is so bright and beautiful in here, but I was worried that the Wi-Fi would not work. So I can't adjust each individually. Hey, Riri's Garden. By the way, we will be in West Palm, Florida, the weekend of the 31st. So May 31st, May 31st, because I kept telling somebody May 1st. May 31st, we will be in West Palm, Florida, and we will have a meet and greet at Jack and the Beanstalk. So you will get a email blast soon about that meet and greet, and this is how we'll notify y'all when we are in certain states or certain cities for a meet and greet. Jack and the Beanstalk. So if you're not on our email list, be sure to get on our email list at blacktropical.com. So it's called Jack and the Beanstalk. It is an amazing nursery in West Palm, Florida. And yesterday when I talked to Miss Catherine, she was so excited. But they have a huge upgrade that they just did. We haven't even seen it yet. And y'all know I'm nosy. So I usually see everything, but I have not seen her addition to her nursery yet, which the last time we went, it was huge. So we are so looking forward to that. But definitely look out for that email blast if you are in Florida or in the area and would like to meet us there and have some fun for a couple hours. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, we working. This is this bookshelf is Vivor, and I love it. It's an 11-tier bookshelf. I'm still decorating it and putting stuff on there. So I'm working. We working at it and trying to figure this room out. But I am so happy with the work Bobby and his best friend did over the weekend, getting this room put together so that we can start working back here. Again, if you are new to the channel or the page, welcome. We appreciate you. Here at Black Tropical, we are all family. You know, no matter what your race is, your size, your beliefs. We do not care about any of that. All we care about is family, good people coming together and having each other back. We need each other more now than ever. Even if it's just for a word of encouragement, or just to say, hey, you look beautiful today, or you are handsome today. Whatever it is, we need each other to be our biggest cheerleaders through this life. Now, we talk a lot about health and healing, and it's a journey for everybody. I don't care what your size is or what your health is. Health, your health journey, that is a journey that everybody seem to be on. If it's not for you personally, it may be for a loved one. So the conversations are very important to have so that we can all get it together. We talk all the time about, now the air conditioning come on. We talk about how we should cut certain things out of our diet and do certain things. The thing with the body is no two people are the same. So it's impossible for us to say you should do this and don't do that, because we don't know your body. What you have to listen to is two people: your body and God. God first and then your body, because God is already, He there. He is always working, and He 10 steps ahead of us. So we have to pay attention to our body to see, what is my body telling me? What is it agreeing with this or not? A lot of people always say, oh, I'm allergic to this, or I can't eat that, or I can't eat this. And my first thing is always, are you allergic to it, or are you allergic to the process? Like milk, for instance. A lot of people say, oh, I can't drink milk. Hopefully y'all can hear me over that AC unit that's just kicked on. A lot of people will say, oh, I can't drink milk. Is it the milk, honestly, or is it the process? And I'm just using milk as an example. A lot of kids now are allergic to grass. Are they allergic to the grass? Or are they allergic to the chemicals that people are starting or have been putting in the grass? Because we played in the grass when we were little. And I don't remember one person, and when I say we, I mean, I grew up with 5 brothers. I have 5 older brothers, and an entire neighborhood. We knew an entire neighborhood. My mom was the bus driver, but we all went outside and played. At a certain time, we were all outside. At a certain time, we were all going in the house. But I don't remember one parent saying, oh, such and such can't come outside because he or she are allergic to the grass, or we ate at each other's house. Like, we had a neighborhood grandma, Miss Wilson. Grandma. I think, oh man, she's still living. And that's grandma. To this day, grandma would cook. We would go to her house to eat. The neighborhood would go to her house to eat, and we would all eat. And I don't care what she was cooking. It might have been a big pot of spaghetti. And I can remember spaghetti because she made the best. But nobody, good. Thank you, Dolores. Nobody, mom would say, hey, make sure you don't eat tomatoes. Make sure you don't eat this. We all ate the same thing. Picnics we will go on. We all ate bologna sandwiches and drank those little huggy drinks. I had 4 boys and then had a girl. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, them boys make us strong. My friend bought pain away. She said she never felt pain-free until now. She wanted to take a bath in it. I know I do too. I love that pain away. So we have to keep in mind the process of things. We need minimally processed foods and products. We don't need things that's over-processed. That's our problem. Things are over-processed, and it's causing issues such as pain, cancer, these hormone imbalance, making your menopause all wonky, or whatever the issue is, skin tags, cancer. these are coming from these heavily processed foods and different things they are doing to our foods. We have control of that. Just got your stuff yesterday, good. We are in control of that. So go back to 2013. I broke my back working. And I broke my back. And the Pain Away is available at Blacktropicalhomestead. Shay. I'll drop the link also. So I broke my back and I thought it's just life. You know, most of the time people don't walk around all the time saying, oh my God, I'm hurting. Oh my God, I'm this. Oh, you know, every now and then we'll say it because we should. We feel that. But most of the time we just push through the pain and we don't say anything. And I did that for years. I've had surgery. I used to wear a pain patch. I took heavy pain meds. I rubbed creams on. I got injections. All of this stuff. All of these things I would use to help with my pain. Once I had my surgery, I ended up with severe sciatic issues and neuropathy. And I would always say, like, first I can't feel my toes, but maybe it'll come back. Give it a little while after surgery. And then if I put on a shoe, my foot would hurt, and then it would feel like it was on fire, so I ain't like wear a sock, and it was crazy. And I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do about this foot? I can't wear flip-flops 24/7, even though I did. And I have to be careful because, you know, when you have neuropathy issues or sciatic issues, you can hurt yourself really bad. Like, you can break a toe or something and won't even hardly know it. You can burn yourself because the feeling is not there like it should be. Going to order now, okay. Pain Away is some great stuff. Went motorcycle riding and used it at night and didn't wake up sore. And you already know. The things that we would never be sore about now, it only take a little bit and we are sore. So I'm glad you had that Pain Away to keep the soreness away. But for years I struggled with the neuropathy issues and the sciatic issues and tried to figure out what am I going to do to help myself become pain-free without being on these synthetics all the time. Because, you know, after a while, he lost 3 toes, yeah. After a while, you know, it started playing on your mental because I'm hurting and I'm aggravated because I'm hurting. Your family can't deal with you. It's hard to work because I'm irritated. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm not one for popping pills and taking a lot of pain meds, so I just hurt and I dealt with it. We would go out and do things and I would take my time but try to keep up. And Bobby would always say, like, well, let's sit down or let's slow down a little bit or take a break. And I'm like, no, I'm okay, even though I was uncomfortable. But I didn't like the fact that I was, like, robbing my friends and family of their life because they had to slow down for me. So we started using the castor oil. And at first, it was just dropping castor oil in the navel. Good morning. To see if we could get some type of relief. The castor oil helped my husband rest better, and that's all we were doing at first. A few drops in the navel, and that was it. You got sciatic issues, so what I would start doing, if you have castor oil, definitely drop that in your navel at bedtime. The castor oil will help heal you from the inside out. So definitely start dropping castor oil in your navel. If you have a Pain Away oil already, I would rub the Pain Away, one of these. I would rub this Pain Away oil. Your back and your hip is what you should rub down. Your back and your hip, I would rub that down, and the bottom of your foot. Because the pain is coming from somewhere, and that's what you want to figure out. Where is my pain actually coming from? What if you're missing your navel? Just rub it there. rub it on your stomach, and it'll help you. And you can rub, castor oil is good, it can detox you when you first start using it, if you need to be detoxed. So I always talk about how amazing God is, and why and how he created these products that will heal us. They know where to go and what to do. So you can rub castor oil on your belly, and it'll take care of you. I fell down 5 flights of stairs. Oh my goodness. Still trying to help my son, Clark, trying to get rid of my lupus. You welcome. Usually so when they come to neuropathy or sciatic issues, it's usually somewhere in your back where it's starting. So you want to rub your back down with castor oil. If you have our pain away, you can rub it down with that, because we do infuse that with cayenne and rosemary and all these other herbs that can help with pain. But go ahead and rub your neck and your back down, because that's where it's coming from. But also rub your hip down and the bottom of your foot. That will help with the radiating pain. What I did at first was I took my castor oil and a paper towel, which I do have. So what I did was I took a paper towel and I folded the paper towel, and I had like 3 or 4, folded to the size of my foot, and I put a good amount of castor oil on it. It's $4.24 in Alaska. Goodness, GT. I put a good amount of castor oil on my napkin, and then I sprinkled cayenne powder on that. Hey, Cena Renee. I let it sit for a few minutes to soak in, and then I stuck it on the bottom of my foot and put a sock on, and I would go to sleep. I did that for about 5 days, and then it went away. So I was good to go. But I want to keep it away. So how do I keep it away? We always talk about diet. Can the multiple vitamins be taken? Yeah, it just depends on Dolores. You can take the Moringa multivitamin without food, as long as your body agree with that. Some people may need food or something on their stomach before they take a multivitamin. So you just got to pay your body attention to see what it really wants. It really worked for nerve pain when mine flared up. I'm waiting on 2 bottles and getting ready to try to soak. Good, Kelly, good. So when you put that on the bottom of your foot, you want to do that for a few days. And again, it took me about 4 days. It may take you 12 days. You just have to listen to your body and do what it say. So you may need longer, and it may be the first night or the first day that you feel like, wait a minute, I got great relief in that. But just be consistent with it for a couple days, because remember, we want to heal. We don't want to pacify. We don't want it to go away and then come back. You want to work at it so it'll go away. So you put that on the bottom of your foot, and then once you feel like, whoa, the neuropathy has calmed down so much, oh, I forgot I even had it. You still want to rub. What I do now is I rub the pain away on my foot a few times a month. The bottom of my foot, when I get out of the tub, I rub my foot down really good. And okay, I'm gonna leave it up. Well, YouTube, Facebook, leave it up for 30 days, but it'll stay up. You want to rub the bottom of your foot so you don't have those issues. Thank you for purchasing our soap. But now I'm able to wear a shoe, whether it's a sneaker or my boots. I wear my boots all the time, all day sometime. Even when I'm just in the house doing stuff, I have my boots on. If I got to run outside, I just keep the boots on all the time. Skin tags. Skin tags are, good morning, Aunt Ford. Skin tags are a symptom of hormone imbalance. So wild yam cream will help bring your hormones back in balance so that you won't have skin tags popping up. You finally found cayenne seeds? Good. So now what I do is I rub the pain away. Now this pain away is amazing. It will do things that we didn't even realize it would do. We had a friend that hurt her shoulder when we were in Alabama, and she said when she was walking up, she said her vertigo had kicked in, and she was trying to sit down so that her vertigo would calm down. Oh yeah, Lynette, I did get your message. Thank you for the pain away. Rotator cuff repair surgery went well. Good, good. I'm so happy to hear that. I rubbed pain away on her shoulder and up the back of her neck around her ears to try to help with that shoulder. And her vertigo cleared up. By the time she got to the room, our assistant helped her to her room so she could lay down. And she said that was the first time she had clarity without vertigo calm. Can castor oil rid of? It's possible it can. So castor oil is the deepest penetrating oil. So castor oil is a great one to use to heal yourself, to help with things like skin tags, fibroids, bone spurs, any type of issue you may have, a growth or a mass or something. You know, when we dealing with things like cancer, especially like breast cancer or something, just rub it. It's oil. We've never had an issue with the oil staining our sheets or our clothes or anything, but just use some. A little bit go a long way. Went to the doctor yesterday and blood pressure was 122/80. Delphine, congratulations. I am so happy to hear that. I also bought a purple cayenne plant. Good. Look, you can't have too much cayenne. Bad. You'll never have too much. People, and you said that you are soil people and you said you want the roots of the pain or whatever. I don't understand, Dolores. My daughter loved the pain away. It's the only thing that helped with her sciatica. Yeah, and that's a nerve-wracking pain. You know, that sciatic issue is a nerve-wracking pain. But the good thing about this pain away is it's all natural. Again, you can use castor oil and cayenne infusion. Also, it doesn't work as good as the pain away, but it will work. We use the Heritage Store brand. I don't even have the link, but you can find it in our Amazon storefront to see what it looked like. And I don't have the bottle back here with me, but it's the Heritage Store brand. It is, thank you, Marcia. A pink label, and it's Heritage Store brand. We're not affiliated with them or anything, but we fell in love with that brand and we just been stuck on it ever since. How do I order? So blacktropical.com is our website. I'm new to your page. Is it Cherie? Welcome. We appreciate you. My free bottle paint away oil was confiscated by my daughter. So we'll get more. Yeah, so that's what people are doing. They order more, and a lot of people order a bunch of bottles so they can gift them because people are like, yeah, I'm gonna take this bottle off your hand. I even had a lady, she had both knees replaced, and I met her downtown, and I had on a jacket that had our logo on the back of it, and she asked me, well, can I ask you, what do you do? So when I started talking to her, she went and sat down, and she was an older lady from Ohio, and a few minutes later she said, hey miss, can I ask you a question? I said, yes ma'am. And she said, I got both of my knees replaced, but they hurt like the dickens. Why are my knees hurting so bad? I said, well, they replaced the knees, but they didn't do anything for, it's the inflammation that's hurting you. And I was like, I always want to help people. Bobby laughed when I don't say anything. The cayenne and beet juice worked. My blood pressure meds kept having recalls. I really appreciate you. Good. Stay at it. You know, the good thing about the blood pressure support that we sell is it's just food. Cayenne and beets. We just put it in a capsule. So don't back off of it. Stay at it. Good. So I told her, I said, well, I do have a pain away oils, all natural. And I said, my husband and I make it, and it can help target that inflammation in your knees. So let's see if we can get them comfortable. And she said, okay. I said, if you don't mind, I will rub this pain away on your knees, or you can do it, doesn't matter. She said, oh, no problem. Rubbed her knees down, and I had like a half a bottle or so, because I always keep a bottle in my pocketbook. And she said, how much is that? And I told her how much it was. I said, shipping is free, so you can order it. And she said, no, I want that bottle. And I said, Facebook trying to reconnect. She said, I want that bottle. And I said, well, I've been using this bottle. She said, I don't care. She said, I don't care. I want that bottle. I said, well, I'd rather you order it, because I've been using this and I want you. She said, my knees feel so much better within the last few minutes of you just rubbing that on my knees. She said, I want that bottle. Whatever you tell me it costs, I want it now. So I sold her the bottle. But just to know that there's something natural, it doesn't taste good. I told my cousin one day, she had a toothache. I said, it doesn't taste good, but it does the job. It's natural. It's a bunch of plants put together. Thank you showing people to find and how to make things from scratch. I appreciate you, Beverly. So our products are available at blacktropical.com. Oh, I can probably pin it. Let me see. Blacktropicalhomestead.com. There you go. And I'll pin it so it'll be in the chat for y'all. There you go. My aunt is over 80 and she has been having screws put in her ankle back in the 80s and 90s. The doctor replaced the screws. She refused. Your cayenne helped with her pain. Good, because she's still using our products. Good, that's good to know. I'm on your site. What is magnesium body butter? So we are all deficient in magnesium. We are all deficient in magnesium just because we don't get it enough in our leafy green vegetables. They spray everything. Like, it's hard to trust anything that they sell in the store. It's hard to trust, but of course we do have to eat. My 80-year-old friend that I help has been using pain away for her knees. Good. She could barely walk. After using the oil, she was able to get up and do her housework. I'm so glad to hear that, Reed. And if y'all can be so kind, some of these reviews, if you can drop them either on our website or send us an email at homestead@blacktropical.com so we can get those reviews on the site so that people can see that, that we ain't just giving you some oil that ain't gonna do you no good. Now, again, no two people are the same, but for the most part, it should help you at least regain some of your confidence in holding yourself up or being able to move around. Good morning, Miss Southern Belle. So thank you for that. The problem is getting food. The problem is getting good food in places you need. Yeah, so the thing is, they spray and they pollute everything. So even when you go in the store, you see all these beautiful vegetables and different things. I always say, go to a small mom and pop store. 9 times out of 10, they have local foods in there that people have grown that you can probably trust way more than going to these big box stores. So if you go to like a small business, like yesterday I was in Good Fortune on Waters in Savannah, but she carry our soaps in her store. But I love going in there because you find local products that are being made and produced right here in Savannah. But she also got fresh vegetables and fresh fruit and whatever is in season, she got it in that store. So find you sometimes it's the store that you always ride by and you never think, let me go in here and see what's in here. Stop sometime and look and see what's in there. These small businesses are here for our help, honestly. She we talked about she want our long beans. She said I want some long beans in here, and she'll put them on the shelf and sell them. Or she may decide, well, let me cook some and serve them. You can get sandwiches and different things. But go to a small business, your farmer's market. Support your farmer's market. If we don't support our local small businesses and farmers markets and different things, they gonna start shutting down because we not there to support them. So we have to get out, and this is how you buy your food. But our magnesium come from leafy green vegetables, healthy nuts and different things. We don't get enough of that. So we need some type of supplement. The best way to supplement most things are topically through the skin. So that's what the magnesium body butter is for. It is also good for your kids if they have ADHD, if you have sleep issues, or sometimes we might be constipated. Just rubbing that magnesium, if you have headaches, fatigue, rubbing a little magnesium, we need it every day. But we need to also try to get in our fruits and vegetables. Shampoo ginger I bought from you, always come back. Just sprouted again. Oh yeah. What's the name of the store? Good Fortune. Right. Good Fortune. Good Fortune. It is almost on the corner of Waters and Victory. It's a few blocks from Victory. But it's a little bodega. You can go in there and get bagels and we had vegan mac and cheese from there a few weeks ago. I was like, oh, it was pretty good. I just brought it home and put it in the oven and it was good. But Good Fortune. Yeah, Good Fortune. I was trying to make sure I ain't say it right. I followed your advice with castor oil on my navel overnight, woke up pain-free. I mean, right? I mean, it's just like, when the first night I put castor oil in my navel and I woke up pain-free, I was saying, ain't no way. I felt like the 40-year-old guy. You mean to tell me for 40 years, all this time I've been hurting and I'm thinking I need this, that, and the third, and I dropped castor oil in my navel and I woke up pain-free? I don't know. Tell us about magnesium flakes. So you can make your own magnesium spray, which is magnesium chloride flakes. You can find the magnesium chloride flakes in our Amazon storefront, the ones that we use. It's equal parts magnesium chloride flakes to equal parts distilled water. Shake it until the flakes dissolve, and then you spray yourself. Now you have to spray yourself like 30 to 40 times a day. It's just like, you got to count those sprays. And you can do 15 in the morning, 15 in the evening. That gives you an allotted dose for an adult. The thing is, you can't overdose with magnesium. If you give yourself too much magnesium, you're just going to go to the bathroom. But if you go to the bathroom, it's not a bad thing. But you need to do that every day. We made the magnesium body butter because Bobby doesn't like to spray himself, because when he get out of the shower, he just want to go to bed. So he'll rub the butter on, but he don't want to spray himself 15 times and wait for himself to dry. Plus, when the magnesium oil dry on his skin, he real ashy. He is really ashy, so he don't care for that. So that's why we do the body butter. So we don't have a local shop in Savannah, but we do have products in Good Fortune on Waters Avenue. And we were talking yesterday about doing some stuff and having our products at Good Fortune one day and coming in and talking and letting people come in and talk to us so we can help people better understand our products. When they come to purchase them, they'll know what they're getting. I sat up on side the bed for a minute, expecting to hurt, surprisingly no pain. So that's how I was. Like when I sit up, I usually sit up for a few minutes, get myself together, and then I go to the bathroom, and then I'm in there for like an hour because I'm trying to get through the painful days or painful moments before I start moving. But that morning, that night, I put the castor oil in my navel, and it did look. I put the castor oil in my navel, Bobby put some in his navel, and we let God do his thing. Went on to sleep, and the next morning I was like, I sat up and I said, I ain't feel that. Which I haven't had that in over 10 years. So I sat there for a few minutes. We used the Heritage Store castor oil. I sat there for a few minutes and I was like, okay, I went for a walk and I said, well, God, if I am going to be pain free, even just in this moment, I thank you, because I pretty much settled with I'm going to have these aches and pains and it's going to be okay. Hey, Talaya, and it's going to be okay. I'm still here and I have no complaints. Even though in my mind I'm like, I'm hurting. But I'm like, I'm not hurting right now. I'm go for my walk, come back and see. The next day it did the same thing. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm not hurting. And I don't know if this is real or if I got it in my head that I don't want to hurt so bad to where I'm not hurting. But whatever it is, God, I thank you for it. And here I am, a little bit over a year later, still pain free. Now you can overdo it. And I would say, like, at the end of the day, I don't hurt, but my body is tired. Or my back is tired, but it doesn't hurt. It's not like that hurt that I dealt with for years. We don't have any products in any stores in Orlando yet. So the thing with us is a couple people have reached out to us for mass production. We will not turn over our products to a company to mass produce because that's when they want to start adding junk to it. We don't want to add any junk to it. So we do the best we can. This is why we built out a bigger studio or workshop so that we can produce more without mass producing because we want to keep our products clean. I need your products, so extreme pain, went all blood pressure medicine permanently. So cayenne pepper and beets can help with your blood pressure. Now, we got to keep in mind our diet. What do we eat? We do castor oil in the navel every night at bedtime. Every night. We always have to keep in mind what we consume. Now, my husband was diagnosed with diabetes in September. I want to say it was in September, right before we went to Utah. He was diagnosed with diabetes. And we were trying to figure out what are we going to do? Like, what? We don't want to take, they prescribed him metformin. Well, actually, they said his blood pressure and his blood sugar numbers were high. So when he came home, we started him on the cayenne pepper. His blood pressure instantly went down. The next day, we went to the doctor to get a second opinion, and they said, well, his blood pressure is good. We can't do nothing about that. But we are going to put him on metformin because his blood sugar is high. So they put him on metformin, but he didn't take it. My biggest thing was, let's change your diet. Well, let's change our diet and see what we can do with that. So that's what we did. You're welcome. When we changed can you mix the liquid with shea butter? Yeah, you can. You can mix the liquid with shea butter. Metformin is, I'm telling you, that metformin is terrible. So what we did was we did the carnivore. And we did carnivore for a few weeks, and I started adding little things back, such as beans and lentils. So that's why we ended up eating taco soup to this day, because my husband is on YouTube side, but his lunch today is taco soup. And he is at work, and that's what he got in his lunch, taco soup, and he do have some nuts and cookies. Because I made cookies. Now, a lot of people say, well, the cookies, it ain't the cookies so much. This is one thing, big thing we got to look at when it comes to everything. Because we feed inflammation, high blood pressure, cholesterol, cancer, diabetes. We feed these with these products that the United States like to sell us, this trash. when we decide I'm gonna take this into my own hands, and it may cost me a couple more dollars, but my health is gonna be better. That's what's more important. So when it comes to, like, we use Redmond, we got rid of all that Morton's and all these other seasonings. Slap your mom. I told somebody the other day, I think it was one of Bobby's best friends. I said something about slap your mama. He said, "Oh, that's the one I love." I said, "Get rid of it. That slap your mama is hurting us." And it's not. It's the anti-caking agents that they put in seasonings. And sometimes it'll be called silicone dioxide. Sometimes it's just anti-caking agent. You can make your own seasonings. You can buy seasonings from Redmond. They have clean products. If you want onion salt, some people use, what is it, garlic salt? We don't use garlic salt, but some people use garlic salt. You can grow your garlic or get some garlic from a trusted source. Dehydrate, freeze dry, and powder them yourself. Add a little bit of Redmond salt to it. This is how you get a clean product. You can get it from Redmond. You just got that 25 pounds of salt. The seasoning salt is amazing. But that way you can season your food. A little bit of this Redmond's go a long way. The Moringa multivitamin is available at Blacktropicalhomestead. Our wheat. And when you buying things, like yesterday we had Taco Tuesday, and we usually use Doritos, but I know that we need to leave the Doritos alone. Everything in moderation. Okay, I can. Everything in moderation, but the Doritos, I'm like, we gotta leave Doritos alone. Trump has deregulated the FDA even more now, so chemicals that used to be banned, should be banned, are going in the food. I'm telling you, we have to do this for ourselves. You can grow herbs, you can grow basil. Is so easy to grow, y'all. If you're growing tomatoes, drop a basil seed in your tomato pot or what your tomato plant. It's a great companion, but pull those leaves, dehydrate them, put them in a jar. Use these, your food outside that you are growing, even those weeds that we think are weeds, are medicine. Use that, or find a clean company such as Redmond. When it comes to, the Doritos, I wanted tacos yesterday. It was Taco Tuesday. I decided, I ain't messing with Doritos, but what am I going to get? So I forgot the name of the chips I bought. But it's cassava flour that they use. Cassava flour that they use for the chips. I think Bobby ate them all, so I don't know what a bag at. But it's just looking at the ingredients. When you look at the ingredients, whatever the first thing is, most of the time is enriched whole wheat flour or whatever it is. Something, the first name on that ingredient list is what is most of in that product. So cookies or something, wheat, enriched wheat. When you see that, put it back. Throw it in the trash. Don't throw it in the trash because they want to charge you for it. But put it back. I go around eating stuff, having a garden. Well, I heard my husband think I'm crazy. Yeah, I know. One time we had a visitor and we tried to give her a cherry from off the plant because me and Bobby were eating the cherries and she was like, no. Yeah, that's the name of the chips that we got on Shea Sunshine. And so the thing is, you can still, I feel like we can still enjoy life and enjoy food. We just got to make better decisions with the ingredients. So we make any and everything we want with that einkorn or with ancient grains. Ancient Grains got all these different types of grains. They are a trusted company. You can pick and choose what type of grains you want to use, whether they are grinded up or whole berry form still. You can pick and choose this, but then you can make cookies. When you use sugar, all you need is raw cane sugar instead of using the granulated sugar. When you use butter, don't use bonnet, blue bonnet, and get some butter. Get some real butter. Um, Made magnesium spray yesterday. Good, good. I'm proud of you. You know, it's just making better decisions so that we can have better food and feed ourselves. When you start feeding your body that way, your body gonna do exactly what it need to do. If you need to lose weight, your body will do that. If you hurting or that inflammation is there, your body gonna say, okay, we can start backing down off the inflammation, because all that is your body telling you, hey, you doing this wrong. We need to do something else. I live in high rise, a lot of large windows, something apartment garden ideas. So yeah, I get my husband to we we have these Vigo planners, and I'll, what is this, Facebook? I'll show you what they look like now. These self-watering pots, we bring them inside so that we can start plants, so keep plants alive throughout the winter. We bring them inside, but right now they outside because it's like 80s at night and hot during the day. But you can grow things in these pots indoors too. Um, Got me on a big screen. Hey, Andale, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a better day today. I will. I didn't want to text you this morning, but I did want to text you. Can I start my own balcony in my kitchen? You can. You can. Herbs you can definitely grow. Let me tell y'all, herbs, if you get like just a stick of rosemary, you can stick that in some water, grow your herbs. Same thing with basil and all these different things. But Vigo have a different these self-watering pots. Some of them are really small, some of them are longer, but then they have a big one we have sitting outside with our tomato plants, and the tomato plants are huge. But you can do a whole lot, even in an apartment. Our friend, the Hoodstead, she grew in 180 square foot apartment. She still grew her groceries and different things. So don't let size or not having space stop you from growing. Hey, Riri's mom, how you doing? Sometimes I think a lot of things are designed to Vigo, VEGO. Some things are designed to stop us or hinder us from living and doing things for ourselves. So we feel like, I can't do it, let me go buy it. We have to prove that we can do it no matter what. We don't have to buy everything. We do have to buy a lot of things, but a lot of things we don't have to do. What is it called? I can't think of the name of it. Look at vegetable towers. They have for small space. I was trying to think of the name of one, but yeah, you can grow in small spaces. Capsules. How do I? You can't swallow them. Is it because they too big? So we use a regular, a double zero, regular size capsule. So is it because the capsules, like my mom, she eat a little bit of applesauce to get her capsules down to help her consume her medicine that she take. So sometimes it just takes something to help you get it down. Like I just said, she used, and even in the hospitals, we used to give our patients applesauce, or in nursing homes, we would give them applesauce, and that would help for them to consume the pill. Now, inside our capsules is 100% of whatever it is, whether it's moringa or, yeah, that's what I was gonna say, whether it's moringa, cayenne, or beets. You only getting moringa in the moringa, and you only getting cayenne and beets in the blood pressure support. You can open the capsules and sprinkle it on your food, or just dump them in some water and drink it that way. Now, the cayenne is there, and it will tingle, but it'll be all right. It doesn't burn like crazy. Let me get the name of these. Let me grab this bag. Hold on a second. I think I got a bag here. Excuse me, boy. guess I can't find the bag. I don't know if Bobby took them to work with him or ate the bag, but I can't find it. Open and mix with a little honey. Yeah. Vigo, thank you. Any dirt mix. So you'll have to talk to my husband about that, because I just drop stuff in any kind of dirt. With pots, I know you need a pot and soil. So, but I'm not too sure about that. I let him handle that. Y'all heard Thor. He's such a mama's boy. But anyhow, there are products out here or things now. They do use chemicals and preservatives and everything, to keep stuff good on the shelf. But when you looking at things, you want to make sure it got things like raw sugar, sea salt. If it just say salt, don't get it, because 9 times out of 10 it's the junky salt that's causing our issues. That enriched flour or wheat, you want to stay away from that and go with something that's cleaner. But just take the time and look at the ingredients, as little ingredients as possible, and that will help you with your issues too, whether it's pain, high blood pressure, whatever your issue is. It's just making better decisions. I did make a short video when I was in the grocery store the other day on some of the things, like instead of using regular pasta now, we use chickpea pasta, or make your own. If you get the ancient grains, you can make your own pasta. I got a bunch of videos. What I'm thinking about doing is making, whether it's an ebook or we have a section on our website for recipes, and we'll start updating the website to put all of these einkorn recipes there. Because y'all, you can do anything with that not just einkorn, but with ancient grains. You can do exactly what you do with this modern flour, but that modern flour is the worst. That stuff is making us so sick, and it's in everything. Substitute that with this ancient grain, and it will blow your mind. Like the taste, the flavor of everything is so much better, and you don't have to use I make like 6 dozen cookies at a time. And I usually would put 2 cups of sugar in 6 dozen cookies. But because the ancient grains have so much flavor to them, I only put maybe a third of a cup of sugar in 6 dozen cookies. So I cut my sugar over half for 6 dozen cookies. And they taste better with less sugar in it. So the ancient grains, it has its benefits. The nutrients are there. This flour or wheat, whether it's whole wheat or white flour that we get from the store, it doesn't have any taste and it doesn't have any nutrients in it. I still buy fruit and vegetables at the store. How do you suggest I clean them? So really, you can clean them with vinegar or baking soda, but And I understand that, because it's still like sometimes when I want grapes or something, I'm gonna get some grapes. We try to do things in moderation, but what are you supposed to do when this is all you have to choose from? So the sad part about cleaning, a lot of people will say, you wash your stuff and you basically just getting the germs on the outside off of it where people have touched it or breathed on it or whatever. But for the most part, when you look at fruits and vegetables, you have to think about how your skin is. When you put something, say if you use like our paint away or castor oil or soap or something, and you use the paint away because your knee was hurting. You put the paint away on your knee and your knee stopped hurting. So just as quick as you put that oil on your knee, it absorbed in your skin and stopped the pain, right? So you got to think of fruits and vegetables the same way, or anything else that we use, whatever type of, if you use BioFreeze or Voltaren cream or any of these things, you put them on and it's supposed to help with the pain, meaning it's absorbed in the skin. So when you think about fruit and vegetable, you have to think about them the same way. They spray them with junk and put things on them so they don't sprout, they don't rot fast or whatever. So once they spray or treat these products, it absorbs in the skin the same way. Once it absorbs in the skin, you can't get it out. You know, even if you boil it, it's still in that water. That's why when you detox or something, say you take a detox bath, you're only supposed to sit in a detox bath for 20, 30 minutes at the most, but about 15, 20 minutes is good because you don't want to reabsorb the toxins that you getting out, right? So it's the same thing with your fruit and vegetables. How do I clean them? How do we clean ourselves? Well, we have to start from the inside out. We got to be careful what we putting in our body, and we got to be careful what we putting on our skin, because all this is being absorbed. Once it's in there, it's in there. And we can give it time and let it run its course and get it out and put better products in, but it's there. So, you know, if the apple has been sprayed or treated with some type of chemical, you can wash the surface of it, but what's on it or what's in it is there. And it's hard. They make it hard for us in the United States. So hopefully they're going to clean that up. That's what we're going to pray for. Cleaner products. They need to ban all this stuff. If you can get things from the raw or in natural form, straight from the source, get it. I know some people say, we ain't supposed to drink milk. Look, you can drink milk, but get it straight from the cow. If you can get raw milk, raw goat milk, raw whatever, get it. But hey, if you love your almond milk or cashew milk, make it. You can do that. You have that choice. As long as we're making better choices, we're going to be all right. Both shoulders replaced and be in pain. I put it on and it helps so much. Thanks. We appreciate you. And I'm glad we are able to help. That is our purpose, is to be able to help y'all heal and encourage you to heal, because you can do this. The body is amazing. And when God created us, I always say he did a thing. When God created each and every last one of us, he did a thing. My comment stopped on YouTube, so I'm not ignoring y'all. But he did a thing. He created us. He knew what he was doing. Repeat the recipe to help with high blood pressure. So the recipe for high blood pressure is first our diet. We have to be careful with what we putting in. All of those packaged seasonings and different seasonings, those have to stop, because that is what's making things crazy. But if you can be careful with what you consume, add cayenne and beets to your diet. We take cayenne and beets every single day. That is our energy, that's our inflammation medicine, that's our blood pressure medicine. That stuff is amazing. We do sell the capsules, but they are called blood pressure support on our website, but it's just cayenne pepper. Now, it's a difference in growing your own cayenne and getting it from the store. Of course, there's a huge difference. We freeze dry cayenne and powder it so that we can get it out there. All these chemicals, we don't know. I'm telling you, and think about this before I go. If you ever travel out of the country, how good you felt being out of the country and eating everything. The food is so much better. They don't poison their people. And then the healthcare system, it ain't overloaded like ours is. Our healthcare system is overloaded. We keep these people rich. We pay high premiums. We pay a deductible. Like we pay so many bills when it comes to healthcare, and we got to pay for our medicine, which is crazy. I remember my mom had surgery. One of her prescriptions for 30 days was $1,100. Where? How? Every 30 days, $1,100, that's for one prescription? Crazy. You go to these other countries, healthcare is either free or so cheap to where it ain't even something you even think about. Why? Because they not poisoning their people. first of all, because they have clean ingredients, and they don't need the doctor. Their food is their medicine. They heal themselves with their medicine. I can imagine most people go to the doctor because they probably hurt themselves, or injury, or I'm not saying they're 100% ailment free, but it's much better than here. They have cleaner ingredients and have all the things that they put in our foods are banned in other countries. Meanwhile, in the United States, they put all this stuff in our food, meaning all of us have some type of healthcare issue. All of us are going to the doctor on the regular. Every time you go to the doctor, it's we'll see you in 3 weeks, we'll see you in 4 weeks, we'll see you in 6 weeks or 8 weeks. It's exciting when the doctor say, hey, I'm gonna push you back to 6 months. It's like, whoa, I don't go to the doctor for 6 months, I'm doing good. We can only do that for ourselves. By choosing to put clean ingredients in, you can heal yourself. I mean, all natural pain away oil. You can use that stuff anywhere except in your eyes, because we put cayenne pepper in it. I was saying earlier, my cousin had a toothache, and she said, can I put that pain away on my tooth because my tooth hurt? I said, yeah. I said, it don't taste good, but it's all natural. You can put it anywhere. Put it in your hair. You can put it on your skin. That's what it's for. I said, just don't put it in your eyes because of the cayenne pepper. She put a drop on her tooth, and it stopped hurting. She said, it don't taste good, but my tooth stopped hurting. That's all that matters. So heal yourself. Help your family heal themselves. It is very important. We can do this. We need to have these conversations to remind each other and encourage each other to heal yourself. Nobody can heal you other than God and yourself. Stan Blair, 3,000 things. I'm telling you. And most of the time, the doctor's going to downplay herbs, and, it's just like, nah, heal yourself. Go to the doctor to see about yourself. I always say go just to see about yourself. See what's going on. If you got a clean bill of health, great. Keep doing what you're doing. If you got an issue, come home, do your research, work on it. Don't let them tell you, oh, your cholesterol is high. I'm going to put you on this medicine. But that, just say, oh, okay. When they say your cholesterol high, I'm going to send you a prescription in. Okay. Okay. Come home, do your own research. Get that wheat out your house and get you some ancient grains. So, y'all, have a blessed day. Hey, Kim, I appreciate you. I don't know what YouTube is saying because my comments stopped. But anywho, I have to run because I got a bunch of things to do. And my assistant texting me. I'm like, oh, April 31st. So don't forget, we will be in West Palm. April, let me make sure, because that's what she asked me about. April 31st, it's on a Saturday. Around noon, we should be at Jack and the Beanstalk. So y'all come ready to see some tropical plants. That place is amazing. We gonna take a tour of her nursery, which we absolutely love. And you can go home. Now, she do have soursop trees most of the time. I'm gonna ask her too. But y'all know soursop, that is our cancer fighter. That stuff is amazing. Even if you just taking the leaves off your plants to make tea. Keep castor oil in your belly. So what I do, well, it just stay in there. I don't do anything. You can put a cotton ball or something over your navel or a Band-Aid and it should be good. But the 31st. Yeah. April 30th. Is it April? No. It's May 31st. She probably like April. May 31st. May 31st, the end of this month, we will be at Jack and the Beanstalk. Jack and the Beanstalk. So you can find her, what is this, Facebook. I'm going to tag her. Jack and the Beanstalk. Looking for soursop. I don't know if she shipped. She may ship. Jack. She may ship, but if you're on our email list, you'll get a blast soon, and all of her information will be there. Soursop. Sometimes you can find soursop in a big box store down in the south. Most of the time, you can find it at places like Jack and the Beanstalk, Laura Farm. I know Laura Farm does ship, and he is down in Homestead, Florida. We won't see him until the end of August, maybe, but if you go on his website, you should be able to see it. I'm trying to think. But always check in like Lowe's or Home Depot, especially if you live in the South. Texas, they'll have them out in Texas sometime. I see Virginia, for some reason, my sister-in-law saw them in Virginia, and I was like, what? If I'd have known that. Good. I'm glad the pain away worked. I would have been like, girl, I took a trip home for them plants. But Jack and the Beanstalk, I sent it to you, Teresa. But look out for the blast. All of her links will be there. You can find her on for some reason I can't tag her. But you can find her on Facebook and Instagram. So y'all have a blessed day. Let me see if I can catch up on some things and get my schedule right. We'll show y'all when we finish. We'll show y'all our entire remodel of our workshop, and once we finish, we probably got another 2 or 3 weeks of work left, and then we'll show y'all, do a big reveal. But I'm happy with where we have gotten today. So my husband been working, and I know he'd be like, that lady about to get on my nerves. I always got questions. So y'all have a blessed day. Again, homework for this week: make better decisions. When you in the store, look at the back of the package. Take the time when you go to the store. Take a few minutes and say, let me look at the back of the Dorito package, and then let me go over here and look at the back of a couple other things. And that's what you want to keep in mind, the ingredients. If I go to the store, I will make sure I do that for y'all, so you can see just what I'm talking about. Oh, Urban Steel Farm has soursop. So I know he got leaves, and Plant and Hill, she had soursop. Is it Plant and Hill? She had soursop trees. She may be sold out. She may be sold out, but she did have soursop. And she did ship soursop trees. Trying to find it so I can make sure I give you the right website. Yep. Big Steel Urban Farm does have soursop leaves. When I find it, y'all, I'll have to share it because I can't think of the name. I think it's called plantandhill.com, but she had soursop trees. She may be sold out, but always check your big box stores. Thank you, Barbara. Again, when you go in the store this week, stop for a few minutes and say, let me look at these ingredients and see what's on here. And some things we may look at, like I looked at them chips and I said, cassava flour, I don't know, we'll see. Can I order soursop from? Laura Farms. I would check Laura Farms to ship for sure. I know he'll ship, but I'm just not too sure of any. I'll look and see who all ship plants to see where you can get them from. But I know Laura Farm does ship, and I can't think of the other person name. But I know she had a few. I know she had a few plants left the other day when I saw her on social media talking about it. So I'll make sure I share that with y'all. Soursop is hard to find, but it's one of those, and you can grow soursop anywhere. You can grow a soursop plant anywhere. You just have to bring it inside. Keep it in a pot. I always say, keep it in a pot. If you don't live in like South Florida somewhere, I will keep my soursop in the pot, and I can bring it in or protect it good in the winter. Because they don't like cold, they don't even care for a lot of wind. Soursops are very finicky. But you can grow it in a pot. You may not get fruit off of it, but the leaves are just as important as the fruit. So you always want to make sure you can get you some fruit. I'm still looking right quick to see if I can find who was selling. Okay. So I'll have to share it. When I find it, I'll reach out to her to see if she's still shipping soursop plants. And we'll go from there. Because I can scroll all day and won't run across it until I get off here. So again, when you go in the store, pay attention. Pay attention, to the ingredients and make better decisions. Start now with the ingredients. My feet burn. What can I use to eliminate the burning? I wouldn't take gabapentin, honestly, because I wouldn't take it. They gave me gabapentin too for neuropathy. So that's what that is. It's just neuropathy. You can use pain away oil for neuropathy. It's all natural. Just rub it on the bottom of your feet, or you can put castor oil on your foot. What I did was I put castor oil on a napkin and sprinkled cayenne pepper on it, and I put that on the bottom of my foot for a few days. I did it only at bedtime. Put that napkin on the bottom of my foot, put a sock on. Within a few days, that circulation was doing what it was supposed to do. So now I put the pain away oil on the bottom of my foot a few times a month. So you don't have to, I wouldn't take gabapentin for sure. I've seen gabapentin mess some people up really, really bad. So what do you do for high cholesterol? Change your wheat. So it's that modern wheat that we fry chicken in, or breads, or cakes, pies, cookies, whatever. Pie crust, it's the wheat. So it's not the butter, it's the crackers or the bread. So change your wheat. Go to an ancient grain. That'll help your cholesterol. So all right, y'all. She'll be like, oh, she already in. She always looking forward to where I end the live. So y'all have an amazing day. Well, if I go in, I do have to go to the store. When I go in the store, I'll take the time and show y'all what I'm talking about when I say look at the ingredients. There's a huge difference. Heal yourself and heal your family. That way you can enjoy these holidays and warm days and life together for as long as God see fit, because one day we all will go, we will return home. But while we here, we want to live. We don't want to exist. So y'all have a blessed day. Facebook will keep it up for 30 days. What I need to do is I need to download them and repost it. So I will do that. Start doing that. My husband will get clips from it and post it for y'all. So y'all have a blessed day. Again, don't forget to share this out. It's a lot of information. I like to ramble, as y'all can see. It's a lot of information, but share this live out so that others can be blessed and learn how to heal themselves. I'm not a doctor and I cannot give medical advice, but we can have conversations on how we can do things better and healthier for ourselves and each other. Y'all have a blessed day, and don't let nobody steal your joy. Sorry, YouTube. Oh, Melissa, you can send me pictures to homestead at blacktropical.com. Yeah, email them to me.